Alright everybody, welcome back to George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformers fan. Today we'll be taking a look at Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Archive Emperor Palpatine. This is the standard bland packaging for the Black Series. Obviously it's called the Black Series because the package is just this bland, mostly black packaging. Has a little bit of a bio right here on the Emperor. You can pause that and read that. This was the second release for this figure. The original was 2019. I love that they let you know it came out before. And obviously it came with the throne, the lightning, interchangeable faceplates, and a cane. So it came with a lot more than just the dressed down version. I bought this back in January of 2023, right after the holidays. This was like the first holiday restock. He was on clearance for $10 at Target. I got him and a few more guys. They have since gone on even further clearance at Ollie's. That's one of our discount outlets here in Michigan. I don't know if it's nationwide, but Ollie's bargain outlet here in Michigan. I think he's $7.99 now. I think they have him, 3PO, 501st guys, Commander Cody, Chewbacca, Han Solo from the newer trilogy. I think a Princess Leia, one of the Leias, Grand Moff Tarkin from the Black Series. But usually when they do the Black Series run, they go to the retro or vintage card, and he's currently in a vintage card for Return of the Jedi package the same way. You still don't get the lightning or any of these effects here. You just get the same figure repackaged, and that's kind of why he was on clearance then. That's why he was on clearance now. So on to the unboxing portion of this video, because there's nothing really spectacular about the card or the package. So I'm just gonna rip it open. So let's do it. Get this guy open. And I know, like I said, this video probably won't get a lot of traction or whatever, but I gotta get this guy into the collection. He's the head honcho. Let's get him out. He's wearing a soft goods robe. Obviously, feels pretty good. Nice material. Let's see if we stand up right out of the packaging. There we go. And his one accessory is the cane. Alright, let's bring Emperor Palpatine closer. He's obviously wearing a soft goods robe. And underneath right here, you can see that the top half of his outfit is molded in plastic. I never noticed that. It's kind of like on an angle right here. Sort of like a martial artist robe with a little sash down here. This is soft plastic. Spin them around, like the little bottom half of the robe is steel cloth. He has molded in legs. He's not just naked under there, folks. He has something going on. Obviously, not just the shiny boots. I don't think these are the Imperial Commander's legs that they've been using. I think these are different than what I've seen. I haven't opened up a lot of my Black Series guys, so I'm not well versed. But the robe feels like very good material. It's stitched pretty well. So as soon as I say it, I see it's a little loose or frayed down here just a little bit. Spin around, looks better in the back. Looks like a cleaner cut in the back. Hands sticking out. Ooh, man, he looks decrepit. If you will not be turned. Other hand is a lightsaber gripping hand right there, and he's got like decrepit spots painted all over his hands or whatever. And let's bring Emperor Palpatine closer and take a look at the Dark Lord of the Sith. Now, while this is highly detailed and looks very accurate, I want to point out the eyes should be a little bit more yellow. I don't know if it's because of the size in there or where the light's hitting it, but it seems like they could be a little bit more yellow. They could pop a little bit. And then the plastic they use, or the paint apps over the plastic, looks a little bit waxy, a little bit glossy, and he was very like pale and matte. In the movie, it looked like he needed some lotion bad. I can see the grays in the color, but he was like mostly a gray. As a matter of fact, let's put him next to the movie, a movie pic real quick, and take a look at these guys side by side. Yeah, and you can see like right here that he's a lot more pale. I mean, I'm not complaining about it. I mean, he looks pretty darn good for a toy, especially by this being like from 2019. They've updated the face print technology since then considerably, but he can just be a little bit more matte and a little bit more gray, but it looks good. So let's bring him closer. Let's get the hood off. We didn't see him without the hood until Revenge of the Sith. Well, while he was posing as Chancellor Palpatine or whatever, before he came out as Dark Lord of the Sith and took the lightning blast to the face. We never got a chance to see the actual Emperor with the hood off. And this toy does indeed have hair back here. I had a 12-inch dial version years ago, maybe like 25 years ago. I think was it Steel Kenner or was it Hasbro? I can't even remember. But when you pull the hood off and you have to like pull the hood loose from his head was bald all the way to the back. But he has the hair that we saw in the movie. It looks good. And you can see the detail all over his head down to his neck. It looks good. And speaking of the hood, let's take a look at that. Soft goods hood. It could be pinned a little bit closer to his face. But it is pinned down so it can continuously hold its shape on his head, which is very cool. And also he has another pin in the back that kind of keeps it movie accurate and how you would want it, just hanging over his head, draped over. So that is pretty cool. I like that they added that little detail. It looks pretty good. He has the line work, a lot of painted in detail into the wrinkles, going around to the hair. Yeah, because we only got a chance to see his hair in Revenge of the Sith. Well, as the Emperor, as we saw this face. A lot of people speculate that he was wearing some type of prosthetic or had some type of illusion going on, keeping him from looking like this. But from what I understand, the Force lightning being pushed back into his face actually caused this damage, and it wasn't a disguise the whole time. But what do you guys think? What's your take on that? And then the molding detail goes down to his neck. Speaking of neck, let's see what type of articulation we can get out of this guy. He can look down this far with his head, which is a lot. Lord Vader, rise. He can look up this far. Head, I believe it should be on the ball. We can get some side to side out of it. Well, 360. Let's check out his articulation because he is wearing this robe. Let's see what we can get. And the robe is pretty loose. It's the same articulation under there. Whatever you can get on a standard Black Series figure is what you're going to get. Like we got all around 360. I don't know. Well, yeah, we have a. I believe that's a bicep swivel. I'm not going to like mess up the sleeve trying to get it up to show you guys, but the bicep swivel is clearly under there. Elbow bend, believe it's double jointed. We get it this far. Wait, a little bit more, we get it over 90. Coming down to his wrist, he has a top hinge on his wrist right here. Get it up this far and down this far. 360 on that ball joint. Let's check this wrist hinge and make sure, yeah, it's a top hinge as well. Just checking it out for lightsaber. Even though we don't get the lightsaber, when are they going to make the Revenge of the Sith Emperor Palpatine? And I would take a regular Chancellor Palpatine as well. I don't think they've done either one of those in the Black Series line so far. No chest articulation or ab crunch at all, which they could have just did because no one can see really underneath the robe unless you open it up like I'm doing it. But the waist allows some bend movement right there. I think that's pretty much the hips working together with that under here. But he can bend over a little bit and he can rear back a little bit. And as well, do a 360 right there because of this unique little hinge right here. Rocks all the way around. And this is where the hinder's is going to come in underneath this. But let's pull it up and see what we got. These are standard Black Series legs. So it's probably going to do standard Black Series things. By he can articulate that far into the sides. There's the dumbbell bar hinge in there. Get it out this much to the sides. He has an upper thigh swivel, full 360 out of that. Double jointed knee right there. I mean, this Emperor's not hopping around that much, even though he can with the Force. The dark side, part of the dark side, rocking on his legs, front, back, side to side right there out of that. And Palpatine's one accessory is his cane, and there's nothing special about this. It's pretty accurate as far as I know. He's walking with it. We saw him when he got off the shuttle and walked with Vader. Oh, I've been trying to recreate that scene for so long. He was talking to Vader. Okay, it's time to give Palpatine a size up and a rundown. Here he is with Super 7's Mum Ra from the Thundercats, Super 7 Skeletor Emperor of Destruction, Transformers Studio Series Emperor of Evil Galvatron, G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Emperor Serpentor, SH Figuarts Emperor of the Universe Frieza. Alright, zooming in a little bit, I want to put him next to the real life image of Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Here he is next to his mini-me Star Wars The Vintage Collection Palpatine with soft goods. Somewhere the hood is like hard plastic and he has the gritting teeth right there. Looks pretty cool. And cane and everything. Oh, this guy actually came with the lightning as well. And here he is with his Sith apprentice Darth Vader from the 40th Anniversary Legacy package. Okay, I got one more comparison. Don't get mad at me because I hate it when other reviewers do it myself. Bring out a toy that's still in a box. Like, dude, you can keep that. But anyway, I never opened it because I didn't have the space. And now, like, I got another one. But this one came with the throne. I believe this was a Walmart exclusive. But he came with the throne, the cane. There's a lightning effects. I don't think it's attached to separate hands. I think he just put it on his hands. And he came with changeable face plates, which leads me to believe, and yeah, I can see it, this is a completely different head. Whatever. He still got that lightsaber grip, but no lightsaber. He about to do something with that hand, alright. I guess it's for the cane. It's for the cane. Moving on. Okay, I want to give you my final thoughts on this figure and get out of here. I haven't had a chance to open up a lot of Star Wars Black Series figures, but I'm pretty sure this body is outdated underneath this robe. I don't think it's updated from the last figure. I don't know. I haven't opened mine at all, and I believe this is the exact same figure that comes on the vintage card or retro card, like whatever, depending on which fictional universe it is. It's a retro card and it's a vintage card. But I think this is the vintage card. He's on the vintage card now. I think it's the same figure. Good figure, nice soft goods. It feels good. It feels like it's not gonna like tear up over time. I wish it had another clasp at the bottom of the robe. It kind of falls open a little bit on you. You kind of see underneath more than was actually seen and more than I would like. I like that the hood is pinned down on the sides. That way it doesn't, it kind of holds its shape on or off and you don't have to like adjust it. He still holds the look from the movie. Always wish my figures came with more accessories. I would have loved if he came with interchangeable hands and a straight up lightning blast gesture. Even though the previous figure came with the same hands, but he still had the lightning blast you could wrap around it. But I wish we had like open palm, lightning blast, and loop type things. He's a pretty solid figure. I'm happy to add him to my Black Series collection, and I got him open now. And again, if you didn't hear it at the top of the review, he is currently available at local discount outlets, and he's currently available at full price, like $24.99. And these figures are going up now. They're like $27.99 to $28 now for Star Wars Black Series. But he is currently available in a vintage package if you're at all interested. Thank you for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews are every toy has a story.